How's everybody this morning? I hope life is good. So my GPS thing is going to interrupt a lot and tell me which way to turn and stuff like that. So, what should we talk about? I've been trying lately to accomplish a lot. I've been usually going down and walking around on the
At the light, turn left.
I've been going around and feeding the fish. I'm sorry. Feeding the fish and
At the next stop sign, turn right.
We've got some beautiful flowers that are happening. All the daylilies are in bloom. It's really beautiful. Everywhere daylilies are in bloom. You know what I have realized?
At the stop sign, turn right onto Gore Street East.
Can you hear her? Can you hear her talking and telling you things? This keeps shifting over. So I've been trying to do that every day, and I've discovered that we have this giant turtle that we've always had, which I forgot that he might still be there, but he's about a foot.
In 1.2 kilometers, turn right onto South Street.
Maybe he's more than that. A foot long, plus his legs and tail, that makes him really long. 18 inches or more. Anyway, he's been, I imagine, eating all the fish on his side of the moat. So the moat is quite a wide thing. It's just the purpose of it, the Triaqua Trail, was to connect the three bodies of water. Not right next to them, but close enough. So you go in the lane, Kingfisher Lane, and on the right is Fiddlehead Pond, and you keep going, and then you start onto the Triaqua Trail, which goes around the moat, and just not want to stay right. And
at the next light, turn right.
She keeps talking. The next light, turn right. Interesting. Oh yes, we're going a different place. So just a second, I have to do something over here. I do every morning, and I usually wake up around 5:30, and so I go for this walk around the Triaqua Trail. Goes around past Iceberg Pond, which has an entrance to it, and then it has a bit of a dike there because
at the light, turn right onto South Street.
The pond is deeper, and then it goes around alongside there's some streams
for about 29 kilometers. Continue straight,
which are kind of nondescript, and they're just sort of run off from Iceberg Pond, Iceberg Pond continually fills because of the waterfall and the spring that run into it. It's a really beautiful spot. I try and share it with you whenever I go there. I don't feel good about me being the only one that can have joy from it. It's such a wonderful part of the planet. Anyway, so you go past that, and there's a little boardwalk that I made to get to this little grass hut that I made once, and that's back in there. But that's pretty covered with grass. And the grass it's about as tall as me. Anyway, you go past that, and then you go around the wide end of the moat road, the Triaqua Trail. The water there is very wide because it was a lot of peat, and he had to dig down a lot to find the gravel. So the water gets so deep in there now, and the stream is the main stream that borders the road, the highway. And the stream is got a big dam on it now because of the beavers. It's where it has been years ago, And I have learned from experience, I now have wisdom, thanks for being 68 years old and having done things. I now know that if you ever try and take apart a beaver dam, the beavers will not leave. They'll just take down more trees or branches and make a dam again. So that's complete. Unless you just like seeing the water rush through. It's quite fun to take apart a beaver dam. Anyway, but the beavers won't leave. The only way the beavers will leave is if they die, or sometimes they go further upstream to find more water. And when that happens, or maybe they go downstream to find a spouse or something, I don't know exactly, but when the otter comes by, the otter will put a hole through the dam, and then eventually that can break the dam, but it'll definitely end. So the beavers and the otters, the best at the dam. Some of these dams, you go upstream a bit, and there's a dam that it was about 6, and I could hear gunshots up there, and I guess the farmer that owned that part shot all the beavers. I remember finding one floating in the water once. Anyway, so up above there, it's just a empty. It becomes a coyote, not a marsh, but that's where the coyotes go. Because you end up with, I don't know, it's very fertile. When the beaver dams up the water, all the water that comes down, water has always got silt in it. Silt and moving the little pebbles and the stones and the rocks along. If you get really close to the river, you can hear the different, sound of sand is sort of just a hissing sound as the sand moves along, and the pebble is a little clicking sound, and the sound of the rocks is a louder sound, and the sound of the stones is a thumping. If you get really close to the edge of the water, you can hear all that. I was very to have somebody explain that to me once. They took us to a little tiny streamlet that was just beside the river, just a tiny little thing. And the sand drops out first, and then the next size, and the next size. No, not the sand. I'm sorry, it's backwards. The stones drop out first, and then the pebbles, or the rocks, and then the pebbles, and then the sand. And you can see that when there's, we live on a dirt road, so when the water is running down the road, you can see exactly how that's working. Anyway, I got off onto this topic. Well, that's a new building there. So, Amira is going to have a repair. I guess it's a movement now to repair things. My air conditioner stopped working, and I guess it's a circuit board because there's light to where the doors are supposed to be. There's light there, but the power turns on. There's a blue light, and then it turns off right away. I mean, it's on for 1 second after you plug it in. Anyway, so they're going to have this repair things where you can bring stuff that doesn't work, and hopefully someone that knows how to repair it will repair. It would be nice to learn how to repair things. Hey, that would be a good thing to do. How to repair a broken circuit board. How to repair my air conditioner. I bet I could look it up. I bet ChatGPT could tell me how to repair a Noma air conditioner. Daniel was talking about it and said that it was likely a circuit board, and power was getting to it, but then the heat will, if there's a short, the heat will maybe separate the stay on. There's so many beautiful places. You know, if I stay inside with the air conditioning, I miss all the driving around. I love all the lakes and push the different things to get what I want. The circuit board is just underneath that.